What is a moment in your journey that you almost quit?
That's a great question. I would say there are times, you know, where, because again, just talking about the sacrifices and things, a lot of people don't see it.
Mhm.
And so there are times where you can feel drained. I've had situations where I'm getting messaged, because maybe I'm not giving their kid enough attention or promotion, or I've been messaged on thinking that I'm purposely trying to, not take pictures of a certain kid, like when we do media, like action shots, which I have no control over. Um, and those things kind of hurt you a little bit, in times, or, where you just feel like, what am I doing it for? Because the truth is, I want everybody to do well. You're trying to balance it out. But there have been times where when you get those and you're giving everything, you're sacrificing your time. It was one thing a long time ago, a couple years ago. I remember I was talking to your dad, and first thing he told me, he said, when you get into this, he said, you're not gonna get rich. He said, I was gonna tell you that. I was talking to Brian. He said, you ain't gonna get rich doing this. And I knew that. It wasn't really about the money. But there is no real, major reward at the end where you're just making a bunch of money. You truly are doing it to see the smiles, and try to help people. There is no real, any real profit on this in terms of a business, right? So, a lot of it is that. So when you do, again, those are those moments, and I've had a couple of them where you just kind of feel like, dang, you get taken back by some of the messages you might receive from parents or some of the remarks. And you're really going out of your way to help them, you know what I mean, to really try
Mhm.
to help their kid, and while you're sacrificing time from yours, so
Mhm.
I have had those moments where I was like, man, what am I doing this for? So every year there's at least one of those moments. So if I could remove those, the rest of it's great, but I usually have those moments at least once a year where I'm just like, God, you feel drained. You have that moment. I think every AAU coach at some point experiences
Oh
that.
my god, Mia. Yeah, and when you take a pic, I like the way you pose a special way. Can deal with petty shit, I never let drama get in the way. And you can deal with none of your problems, cause you rather run away. It hurts the most when your family tend to be your biggest pain. Everybody getting older, but nobody seems to change. And when you really love somebody, certain things you just don't